Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Monday, July 7th, 2025. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a happy and safe 4th of July weekend. We were super busy. We went up to Tina's family's camp, which is about 100 miles north of us here in Maine, on the 4th of July. And then on Saturday, we went to my sister's family's camp and celebrated her 41st birthday. And yesterday, we kind of just took it easy and recharged at home and watched some movies and read, and it was just a great weekend all around. So I hope you all had the same as well. But right now I'm on my way to the Toyota dealership to get my Tacoma serviced. All right, this is the 20,000 mile service that is due, and I have to be up there in about 40 minutes. So I thought I would do a video and talk to you about why your biz will break down without this, okay? And it's almost the same as my truck service, okay? I bought a Toyota Tacoma because it's always been, you know, my dream truck, all right? I know some people laugh at that. You know, they like the bigger truck, the monster trucks, but I've always wanted a Toyota Tacoma. And, you know, I finally decided to buy one I guess it was August of 2023. So I've had this almost 2 years now, and it's time for the 20,000 mile service. So and I bought the Toyota basically because, you know, it's always been my dream truck, but I love they're reliable, you can depend on them. You know, the engines last for 500,000 miles if you take good care of them. And Toyotas are just great. It's just a great company, right? So that's why I bought it, okay? But if you don't take care of them, they're not going to run, right? If you don't take them to their service appointments, they're not going to last for 500,000 miles. They're going to break down. And it's the same thing that goes with your business. If you're not showing up every day and putting work into your business, what do you think is going to happen to it? You think it's going to miraculously be around in 50 years? You think it's going to continue to grow and be profitable if you're not putting in work, right? More than likely not. So you have to maintain it or it's not going to last. And, you know, I always tell people, you know, because a lot of the people I work with, they're always looking for excuses to not put in the work. And so some people, like this holiday weekend, you know, 3-day weekend for a lot of people, they look for ways to get out of work. Well, you don't have to go and make a video every single day. You know, you just have to create some sort of content to let people know that you're still around, right? So if you noticed, I think the last video I did was on Thursday. And then on July 4th, I did a reel. And then Saturday, I shared a post about celebrating my sister's birthday. And yesterday, I did a post about receiving another check in the mail on Saturday while out celebrating my sister's birthday, right? And then today, I'm back making videos. So you don't have to be a machine and do videos every single day. You just have to create content every single day. And it could be as simple as a post or a reel or a video, you know? That's what I do. And then you always want to be sending out letters, postcards or flyers, whatever you decide to send out. So for me, I do the letters, right? And I got stacks of these letters that are going out today that I put together. So you just want people, if you're doing online marketing as part of your direct mail, which I highly recommend you do, you want to let people know that you're still around and that you haven't disappeared even though it's a holiday. Right? I mean, a lot of people will create a video on an opportunity, 1 or 2 videos, and then it'll be like months go by and they might create another one. But if people are looking for an opportunity that you're in, right? Say Instant Pay 24/7 or Exodus Elite, right? If you make 1 or 2 videos on them and they're months apart, or you haven't done a video on either one in a month or two, when people go and search for that opportunity, they're going to go to look for people who are staying consistent posting about those opportunities, right? I mean, I know that if I go and I'm sponsor shopping, which I rarely do anymore, I'm going to look for somebody who's still in the business, still making content about it, and having results. Right? So if somebody's going to look for Exodus Elite and they find somebody who did a video 3 months ago, and then they find me who, continuously making videos about it, who do you think that person's going to join? Right? It's called attraction marketing. So that's why it's important to continuously be creating content. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a video every day. It doesn't have to be a reel every day. It could just be a regular post. Sharing your life, sharing your story, sharing what it is you're about. If you have animals, if you have family, if you have children, if you have a hobby that you like to do. People join people, right? It doesn't matter what opportunity that you're a part of. If somebody resonates with you and you have a product or service that you're offering that they could use, they're going to join you. It's as simple as that. So you have to continuously be working on your business and servicing your business just like you service your vehicles. Or just like I'm taking my Tacoma to go get serviced. Right? Without service, it doesn't run. And people often forget that. They'll make a video or it's very easy for somebody to say, well, it's a holiday weekend and I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, so I'm just going to chill and take a break, and then come Monday, I'll do a video. Well, after 3 days of not doing any work on your business, do you think that person's going to be all anxious to get back to work on their business on Monday? Or do you think the chances of them saying, oh, I'll just do it in another day, I'll just take one more day off? The majority of people in network marketing will just take another day off, and they'll get to it the following day. Well, the following day turns into, I'll just do it this weekend, and then the following week, and then the following month. And then before long, they're not even working on their business anymore. Right? It's that easy to do, to convince yourself and talk yourself into, oh, I deserve a break. Even though you don't deserve a break. Most people don't deserve a break because they don't even do anything to begin with. And even if you think you deserve a break, you think your business is going to grow if you take a break? It's not hard to make a 5-minute post. It's not hard to make a 5-minute reel and share it. It's not even hard to make a 5-minute video and post it. Right? So, I wanted to talk about that today because I got thinking I could do a video about servicing my truck and how you have to service your business to keep it running. Daily effort equals long-term success. That's why I always tell people, do a daily income producing activity every single day. Every day. And just doing a regular post is an income producing activity. You just do a basic post about your opportunity. Share your results. If you're not sharing results, edify somebody that you know who's getting results. And that's it, folks. That's the secret recipe. Just showing up every day, taking massive action, and staying consistent. That's what it takes to win, and that's what most people fail to do. And that's why 98% of people never make any money when it comes to working from home. Because they're not serious enough to put in the work that it takes. You might see me go a day or 2 or 3 without posting a video. An actual video like this, or me doing a live in the evening time. But if you go look on my YouTube posts in my community, I have a post every single day. If you go look on my Facebook wall, I have a post every single day. Behind the scenes, I am stuffing envelopes and mailing out letters every single day. And that's what it takes to build an empire. And that's why I do these videos, to help motivate you to take massive action. Because you're the only person stopping you from having great success. Nobody else is. People blame the opportunities all the time. Or they blame family or friends or whatever they want to blame. They put the blame on everything. I've heard it all now. In fact, I could write a New York Times bestseller about excuses. And I might do that someday. All the excuses that I've heard come out of people's mouths. So the only person keeping you from building an empire is yourself. You know, you neglect your vehicles, they're going to burn out and break down. You neglect your business, they're going to not grow and they're going to go away. They're not going to be able to sustain it themselves, right? So I guess that's all for this video. I just wanted to throw that out there. But you want to service your business every single day, you know? Stay consistent if you want results. And you want to make sure that you're keeping your business tuned up like you do your truck or your car. That's super important. But anyway, I am off. Well, I still got about another 20 minutes before I get there, but I don't like making these videos too long because people don't have very long attention spans nowadays. So, but I just wanted to touch base on that. You know, your biz will break down if you don't service it. So just keep that in mind. And, you know, if you have any questions about anything, reach out to me. I'm always here to help you out. If you need a business opportunity to look at that you're interested, you know, you want to join, or you have any questions, or you want to sign up for my newsletter, or you need coaching, it's all on joinruss.com. Okay, joinruss.com. Go and check it out. Reach out to me. I'm here to help you out. It's my great pleasure and honor to help serve you if you're serious about building an empire. All right, I don't want to work with tire kickers. If you're a tire kicker, move along, please. Right? Don't waste my time, and more importantly, don't waste your own time. So, with that being said, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with it. Thanks for watching.